6:30 p.m. Eastern. Shelby's World Live taking off. Questions will be answered cause the queen get it off. Unity is for the black and brown community. Conversation without scrutiny. Hey, we speak from a place of power, no coward. We just making sure the truth isn't overpowered. Black goddess, black queen, no in between. Radio podcast to the big screen. Her smile is everything, can light up a room. She say what she means, that's why we're in tune. Grown woman handles her biz like it is. Discipline, her role model for the kids. Nothing was given, everything she earned. She sat back and learned, and now it's her turn. So stop on by, comment, subscribe. Each and every Wednesday, SW Live.
Shelby's World Podcast. Shelby's World.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all living? How y'all loving? What's going on, my people? It's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in the building, in the place with my people. Of course, you know I love to see y'all. Love to see y'all. I'm glad that y'all have gathered again with me today on another podcast Wednesday. Welcome back. It is the 25th of February. And of course, you know what that means because we still in Pisces season. I don't remember if I'm not sure if the last time I saw y'all, it was Pisces season. I think it was ending. It was ending Aquarius season. But y'all know it's Pisces season now. It's the time that your girl was born. This is my season, Bookie. This is it. This is it. So welcome in. Welcome in. Of course, it's good to see y'all. I love when y'all come up into the building and be a part of the show and join in and talk with us and be with us and vibe with us and all that good stuff. So of course, we're gonna jump into the show. We're gonna get everything started. Hold on. Let me make sure. Turn down my. Okay, there we go. We're going to first start with our quote of the day. I know we get in good with that. And the quote today is, "The little things you think go unnoticed are often the very things that make you unforgettable." Powerful, very powerful quote. Because it's a lot of times we don't even notice things about ourselves. We know who we are. Don't ever get that twisted. We know who we are. But there are things that other people see in us, about us, that we have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not watching, we're not paying, we can't look at ourselves from the outside in. So there are going to be things that other people can see, things that other people witness, things that other people experience from us that we just don't have the opportunity to experience. It's not to say we don't know it exists. It just means that more so than none, those are just qualities that we are giving off to people that we care about or to people that we know. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always that you don't know that you have those qualities or that you exhibit those qualities. A lot of times you're just not aware of how the experience goes because you're not on the receiving end of those qualities. You're the giver. So, it's a little different when you hear when you hear from other people about who you are. So the little things that you think go unnoticed are often the very things that make you unforgettable. Your personality, your kindness, your intelligence, your morality, how you treat people, just in everything about that impression, those characteristics that you display, people are noticing them. Regardless of what you think or you don't think, they are watching you. You're always in the company of someone else. And we should always be a little bit more careful in the what we display too, because you do got to know people are always watching you. So you do have to care about what you put on display. You do care about your character. You do worry about those things. You're not just sitting up there thinking that nobody is paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really know that people are watching. People are definitely watching. They paying attention, Bookie. No matter what you think or what you believe, people are paying attention to you. They're definitely paying attention. So, your moral, how you display yourself and what you do and how you carry yourself is always on display. It's always on display. Don't think otherwise. People are always watching. So the quote stands. The quote is solid. It speaks to who you are and how you feel about it. But my opinion is that it's very, very important to be focused on what you do display. But here, that's what you're worried about. But here, these are what things that make you unforgettable, things that you don't even notice about yourself, things that you know that you're a kind person, but you don't know how your kindness is represented in somebody else's eyes. So when you hear it, it makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you, like, it makes you astounded. Like, yeah, good. In a way, especially in a way that, like, you're like, okay, I do present this person. This is who I am. So you don't want anything different to be displayed, but you do want who you are to be on display. So that it is very important what somebody notices about you, and those little things and how they notice it, what they see in you, how they see it, especially, like I said, especially if it's someone you care about. And those are the things that make you attractive to certain people. Those are the things that make people want to listen to you when y'all are engaging, talking, communicating. Those are the things that make people interested in you. Those little things. It's not always the big things that everybody else can see. It's not always your presentation. It's not always how you're dressed, or how your makeup is, or how you smell, how your haircut look. It's not always about your presentation. It's about other things too. So those little things that people are paying attention to, that make you, that make you special, those are just things that are more important to the people who care about what you are exhibiting. So it's important. It's important. It's important. I don't want to ever have the personality that just says, that people be like, ugh. I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that. So I think I wholeheartedly care about what I present. What's up, Mr. Williams? What's up, D? Hotel to you. How are thy? Hope all is well. I bid you good cheer on this Wednesday evening. So, yeah. So as the quote stated, the little things you think go unnoticed are the very things that make you unforgettable. Always focus on what makes you unforgettable. Keep being you. Keep loving the people you love the way you loving them. Keep treating people good if you treat them good. If it's things you need to work on, trust me, the little things that you are needing to work on, people focus on them. They paying attention. They probably done told you what they was too. Now, so you got to pay attention to that. You got to accept what people are saying about you and take it on and own it, because that's not just something that they just are feeling. That's something that they may have experienced from you as well. So, think about it. Take it on. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie. What does what mean? What does what mean, D? Which part of that statement are you asking what that mean? What did it mean? Okay, so yeah, quote of the day. So today's show is about what makes you special, what makes you different. I won't hold too much of you all's time. I do want to I want to hit on some key things today in this conversation with my audience. But you're special because of the unique combination of your personality, your talents, your experiences, and the way you approach life's challenges. Challenges aren't always the things that make you special, but those are some of the things that make you you. How you deal with things, how you interpret things, how you focus on things. It's going to be so many things that give you the envelope of seeing who you are and what makes you special and what makes you the person that you are. So, and a lot of those things fall up under your personality traits. So Your personality traits such as empathy, curiosity, resilience, optimism, they shape how you interact with the world and influence others around you. Those traits are partially inherited, and partially developed through life experiences, making your perspective and reactions distinct from anyone else's. And that's an important factor in building who you are, going toward who you're becoming. That's very important. Your personality deeply will be something that people are going to remember on every occasion. Like anytime they can talk about you and discuss you and mention you, what you showed them is what they're going to remember. So those personality traits are important, but they're also just things that just make you who you are. So if you're not, if you're a likable person, you're going to be a liked person. If you're a non-likable person, it may not be that you're not likable. You may not be easily liked because you may not be one of those people who let people in easily, or one of those people who will even allow people to know who they are because they're, a little bit more of an introvert than an extrovert. So it's a little bit different in those manners, but for the most part, your personality traits are exhibiting a strong force of who you are. So kids and people who are still developing, they're learning how to put their personality on display, what to show, what not to show, what type of emotions to put out there, what emotions they feel like they can trust people with. They're learning those things. As you get older, you seem to have a little bit more of a grip on how you exhibit your personality. It kind of becomes more, because it's going to be a natural thing. Who you are naturally is just who you are naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to run away from that. You can't really just be like, I'm this person today and I'm gonna be another person tomorrow. No, whoever you are is gonna always show through those experiences. What things that you go through is gonna allow you to show who you really are, how you grow through things, how you're advancing in life. Anytime you got to do any work within, your personality stands very, very strong. It's very, very evident. So your personality traits are super, super important, man. It just says a lot. It says a lot. Let's say that it says a lot. So and I'm thinking about it, thinking to myself like, dang, kindness is even a personality trait. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said earlier, like, people do struggle with kindness. It wouldn't be something that's hard for a person that's already born with kindness, has kindness and exhibited into them, because it's something, again, that you inherit. So as you growing up and you're raised by kind people, they're gonna teach you how to be kind. You're gonna already have that. You'll have it. But people who are mean, and they're mean parents, and they're mean people in general, you more than likely will make a mean child. You know what I'm saying? So they can have their own additional personality traits that they're gonna, some point start to become accustomed to them as they're growing and learning who they are. But for the most part, that will be something that's inside of them because they was raised on meanness. So we do gotta care about what type of traits we show. Talents and abilities. Your talents, your skills and abilities, whether in problem solving, creativity, leadership, artistic expression, anything like that, it contributes to your uniqueness. Even your small talents, like making others laugh, or thinking differently about challenges, or things that set you apart, that create a personal signature of your interactions. Like a lot of people we know that was told they was going to be some of the most successful in high school, or class clowns, or the most intelligent, most studious, most likely to succeed, things of that nature. And those are things because of things that they exhibited. Their talents and their abilities stood out in the crowd, and people notice them, and we decide, we look at those things and we attribute those to greatness, or to whatever personality traits that they're putting on display, whether they're strong traits and, like they said, or just trait things that set you apart from other people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's important, man. Whether people know it or not, it's good to be able to have conversation that allows people to laugh. It's good to be able to explore those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be able to do that. It's not always cool to just be like, I'm just intelligent and I know how to hold a conversation. Or, you know, is you still got to have other things too. You don't want to just be like, I'm just the smartest person in the room all the time. What else is there about you that makes you a people person? What makes you allows you to fit in with crowds that you want to be a part of? You know what I'm saying? So those things matter. Your talents do matter in certain situations. What you can do for the crowd does matter. When you and your crowd up amongst people, it's going to be things you're good at. You may be the person who cook. You may be the person who planned the event. You may be the person who hosts the event. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that are amongst those abilities and talents that make you great at being you. Life experiences. The experiences you've had overcoming obstacles, traveling, learning, or growing in diverse environments shape your worldview and decision-making skills. How you respond to challenges, adapt, and learn from setbacks also is a reflection of resilience and creativity that is uniquely yours. So again, your life experiences, your challenges and things, those are things that make you resilient. It allows you to know how to shift in certain situations. And I have an example for that. I was just at a training last week for work, and it was like 4 different minds at the table in my group. And I got to hear and explore different ideals or different responses to one question now. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you could think that everybody's going to probably come up with something of the similar answer when you are showed a segment or a situation. But of course, everybody's going to see it differently too. So we all had a whole different angle for how that could have reacted. And those are things come from our life experiences, the things that we've done grow with our environments, because we have diverse environments. Everybody was from a different walk of life, a different background. So those different things are things you bring to the table to have more understanding and clarity for something that you've never even dealt with. So you can sit up and speak to it from an opinionated point of view. This person may have experienced it. This person may be going through it right now. And this person right here may have somebody in their family that has dealt with that similar situation, but they've all handled it differently based on their journeys, based on who they are. So that type of stuff matters. Life experiences matter. What you've done, what you've attributed to, what you've seen, all those things are going to be things you bring to the table to give other clarity to. So yes, I like that. I do like the life experience as part of you being you and what makes you special and what makes you different. Okay. Hobbies and interests. Your hobbies and interests are passions that reveal your individuality. The way you invest your time and energy in activities you love, whether common or unusual, highlights your personal tastes and priorities. So, and how you focus on them too. So whatever you're focused on, whatever makes you, whatever has your interest, you're going to give a devoted amount of time to. So your focus and your grace into your hobbies and your interests shows your devotion to what makes you happy, because you can't always just do the things that you just got to do. You also are supposed to do things that you love to do, that are fun to you. And people want to see that. People want to see you in a happy state. So seeing you invested in something that makes you happy, that keeps you whole, is very, very good for you as well. And it also makes you special. It's a part of you. Your attitude and your approach to different things, your attitude towards life, whether you're optimistic, analytical, determined, or even compassionate, it all brings an effect on how you handle situations and how you influence others. Your combination of your mindset and approach to problem solving or collaborative distinctive parts help you identify who you are. So Adversity always brings out the truth in who you really are. Like anytime you're facing any type of adverse situation, something different, something new to you, you face something, you how you deal with it changes. You can be one of the most calmest person in the room, but you can even be in an environment that allows you to be calm in the situation. But then you come with a minuscule person that can throw your whole mindset off. So how you remain, how you respond, all that's gonna matter. All that's gonna matter in certain situations. So your attitude and approach is very, very important because it's gonna be how you influence others in certain situations. Your everyday uniqueness, whether small, everyday qualities like your smile, your sense of humor, the way you communicate, contribute to your uniqueness. These subtle traits create a personal brand that is recognizable and memorable to others. So again, what you put on display, people are going to remember. Never think that what you show people is just for one person, especially when you're in a crowd of people, albeit the crowd is with you or not. People are around are going to notice what is on display. So always know your everyday uniqueness matters. How you smile at people, if you greet people, your sense of humor, just how you're moving through the day. Are you okay? How you glide when adversity strikes. All those things matter. It just makes you the unique person that you are. And your everyday uniqueness is something that's on display every day, whether you at work, home, with your person. It's on display every day. It's an everyday thing. Passions that drive you. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Those are things that make you unique. What can you spend hours talking about without noticing the time going by? These subtle those are passions that the fire in your belly drive you to do. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that make you extra unique, because that's again one of some of those hobbies, those traits that actually make you the real person that you are. You know what I'm saying? Like it, because a lot of people, like a person that's an engineer, they probably did a lot of things that kind of helped them grow gradually into wanting to do engineer work, starting off with puzzles, doing math, certain complex things that require them to build, think differently, work outside the box. They're building toward that in their life. Their hobbies, their interests help them gauge a lot of those things. You know what I'm saying? Very simple, very simple. So identify what captivates you. Make a list of those activities that make you lose track of time. Very fun things to do. Even if it's not fun for somebody else, it's fun for you. Your hobbies are your hobbies. They're not for everybody else. You're not supposed to even be inviting people in. There's a lot of things that I want to do by myself. I like doing puzzles. I'm going to do puzzles by myself. It's certain things that I just like to do alone. So we all have little things like that. Pursue with purpose. Dedicate time each week to spend time on those interests and those things that help you learn those new skills, etc., etc. And it helps to deepen your knowledge as well. Share your enthusiasm, whether through social media, blog posts, or even just casual conversations. Talk about your hobbies. Talk about you. Talk about the things that make you who you are. Because a lot of the things that are interesting to you, you just never know. It could be interesting to somebody else. And next thing you know, you having a whole darn study group about Legos. Me and one of my group people just learned that both of us like Legos. It's just things, you have things in common with other people. So certain things are going to come up, certain things are going to pop out, certain things you're going to want to share. Talk about it. Let people know those hobbies and things make you interesting. Those things make you interesting. So talk about it. If you just built something, take a picture of it, post it, be like, I just finished my project. You just never know. Your values and your beliefs guide your choices. Your values and beliefs are the compass that guide your actions and your decisions. Your moral compass. They are the foundation upon which you build your relationships, your career, and your contributions to the world. definitely the foundation. Stand on them strong too. Stand on them strong. Don't let people change your morals and beliefs, especially if it's something that makes sense to you and it has made you exactly who you are and the person that you want to be. Stand strong in that. Your voice is a powerful tool of expression. It's not only here for you to communicate, but it's also an extension of your personality, and which helps shape you. The way you speak, your tone, your inflection, even your laugh are all part of what makes you unique. They can remember your laugh. People can remember that laugh. They hear that laugh. They hear you 2 blocks down the road laughing. Or they walking down the hall and they know it's you because you're having a distinct laugh. It leaves a lasting impression on others. Your stories is your story is yours alone. Your life experiences, both the joys and the challenges, have shaped you to the person that you are. So when you know that you've done something and you know that you're benefiting greatly for something that you put in work in, that's your story. Nobody can take that story away from you. That's what you've been through to get to who you are, where you are. It's a great benefit for you and for you only. It's your story. And it's the threads of your resilience, and it's the courage that made you keep going. It's the love that wanted to give you that drive. It's everything in between, but it's only for you. You can share it with whoever you want to share it with, but the point being is that you worked for it. You did that. You made sure that you was the person that conquered that. You made sure that you was the person that's walking in that and that did exactly what you needed and wanted to do. That's your story. Your flaws and your imperfections are a part of your charm. Yes, it's a lot of things in our flaws that we do have to work on, that have to make, we gotta do things that improve ourselves so that our flaws are just a little less visible, or they just start to disappear completely in general. But nobody's perfect, and that's perfectly okay. Your flaws, your quirks, and your imperfections are what make you human and relatable. They are part of what makes you unique and add depth and dimension to your personality. And you got to love a person that has a quirky sense of humor, that knows that they may have just said something silly, and it doesn't mean that that's how they'll respond to things. It just means that in that situation, they're okay with saying, this is how I would have thought of this. This is my humor. This is what I would think. This is that. They're okay with that. Because their flaws are what make them, their imperfections are what makes them likable too, just as much as the things that they may hate about themselves, other people may love. So that's a big deal. Now we're going to jump into really quickly the benefits of cultivating your uniqueness. You being special. That's like just being who you are is a force to be reckoned with. Especially if you are influential, people are few and far in between, because a lot of people don't realize their influence until it's too late, or they just never realize it in general because they don't feel like they have it. So benefits of cultivating your uniqueness is that you have the opportunity to be an influence without even working hard to be an influence. Sometimes you're an influential person and you don't even know what it is you're influencing until people start to say, man, you said some things to me that made me want to go hard. Now you motivate. Your story made me feel like that anybody can do it, and that anybody could be me. Now you're encouraging. You showing up for people. You're just, you're being a great benefit to somebody. So you're an influencer, also a leader, without even working hard to be that, because that's naturally who you are. So you have to cultivate your uniqueness. Yes, you do have to cultivate your uniqueness. When you find your spark, you become super unstoppable. And it's not just a challenge to find it, it's a challenge to keep it for a lot of people, because we end up thinking that we're not, as I say this, I'm thinking it and I'm like, dang, should I say that? We don't feel like sometimes we're good enough for ourselves. We don't feel like we're good enough to show up for ourselves. That's what I want to say. That's how I want to say it. We don't show up for ourselves how we show up for others. So When you find your spark, you will become unstoppable, because that's actually something that you're good at for you. You're doing that because you know you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? You're not just doing it to benefit other people. You're doing this because this is something that matters to you. So if you're a person that can speak life into people, 100%, do that shit. If you're a person who can nurse people back to health, go to school for it, become a nurse, do it. Or caregiving, or just being there to love on people and showing up for people when they need you the most. That's your niche. That's your niche. You know what I'm saying? That's your niche. Don't ever talk like when you find out what you're so freaking good at, baby, you are gonna be the best in that field. It don't matter how many other people good at it. The point is that you know you coming in giving it your all. You the best. You the best. You the best. Okay. You're gonna know another benefit of cultivating your uniqueness is that you know what makes you different and you own it. Walking in it, stepping in it, shining in it. You own it. You own it. It's another great aspect. It's owning who you are does so much more than people think. Walking into a room, vibrating, knowing that you're doing that completely for you because that's your natural essence. But other people are gravitating to that just because you are naturally being yourself. Naturally. You ain't working hard to make nobody else look at you or like you or want you. This is just naturally who you are. You own the room. And the simplicity is in that is knowing that this is just who you are. It's just who you are. And you're going to get some of the most ugliest looks just because of who you are. Who cares? But just keep owning the room. What's happening, world? Keep owning the room. You're no longer just trying to fit in or be like someone else. And a lot of times, you know, when you're going through your growing stages, a lot of times and I won't think that you're just trying to be like someone else, but you have people that you idolize. And they give you hope. Like one of my influences when I was growing up was my grandmother. I used to love watching my grandmother get dressed, get ready for work, for church, whatever she was getting ready for, because I knew my grandmother was going to go in there and she was going to take a good bath. She was going to put on super clean clothes. She's going to smell good. Her hair going to be pretty. She's going to put on some lipstick. She's going to make sure she walk out that room looking like she owned the room. I love that type of confidence, and it put confidence in me because, you know, you as a kid, you're going to find things and imperfections about yourself that you don't like. But when you see somebody else that look like you, act like you, in that you know that you resemble, it makes you want to go harder at being a better you. So you pick up some of those things along the way. And then you turn them more into who you are. So you're no longer just trying to fit in to be like the person who you were influenced by. You're becoming the person who that person influenced. You understand? Like that person influenced you, but now they influence you to be more of who you are, even if you have picked up some, if you did inherit some of their traits. So it's not like you trying to be like somebody. It's just that you were groomed along the way with some of the things that you saw. Beautiful things. That's a beautiful thing. That's not something to even be upset about. It's a beautiful thing. So, you're not chasing someone else's dream. You're following your own. Same aspect with that. It gives you a sense of purpose. Once you cultivate your uniqueness and know who you are, it gives you a sense of purpose. And that sense of purpose makes you go harder in why you're here. Like, it's kind of hard to explain that you enjoy. It's kind of hard to explain why you enjoy something more than the fact that you enjoy it for the benefits of what it does for you. Because other people, like, you know, they'll ask you questions like, are you doing this because it makes you money? Are you doing this because it's going to do something for your life? Or are you doing this because somebody needs you to do it? No, you may just be doing it because you like it. It gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you clarity in what you want out of life. It gives you the affluence to keep doing something that makes you happy. And that's bigger than any other reason to want to do something, because that means your heart into it, your soul into it. You know what I'm saying? You're happy to be doing what you're doing. That's another beautiful reason to love and keep cultivating yourself and to being the stronger person who you are. It helps you attract like-minded people. That's not the one I was getting to. You develop that's that's what I want. You develop a unique perspective that is invaluable. How you see things, what you see, how you do it, how you move, the value of that is solely on how much you invest into yourself while doing those things. So your perspective on something like a TED Talk, when you go up and you're watching a TED Talk and a person was asked to come and give that TED Talk because of what they've done with their influence, how people value their thoughts, value their opinions. And when you come in a place and you stamp it with, I walk in and I stamp it with the shell stamp because it's signed, sealed, and believed in by me. That's the value that I possess over this particular thing. That's what you start to have when you have a complete sense of self, when you are cultively happy in your specialness and being who you are. Most importantly, the most important thing for me is knowing that truly when you find your spark, you find yourself. There's nothing else more greater than knowing exactly who you are, being who you are, loving who you are, standing in who you are, walking in who you are. It's a beautiful thing. So finding your spark and it helps you find yourself. Knowing what you're good at, knowing why you're good at it, knowing why you love doing it, why you keep driving toward it. It's an amazing feeling, y'all. Like I that's why I said today, I made a post. I was very straightforward in my post, but I also said in my post, I'm stuck in my ways because I know who I am. So I don't have to question that about myself. I don't have to, and I'm going to constantly grow. I'm going to keep doing the things that make me happy. I'm going to keep doing the things that are going to keep enveloping me to push me stronger and being a better Shelby every single day. True indeed. But my morals will not change. The person who I am, my purpose and my sense of life and livelihood will not change because I built that brick by brick. I've built that. So if you know who you are and you solidified in who you are, keep going. Because that uniqueness, it comes once in a lifetime because we only get this one life, right? So it's a once in a lifetime thing. It's a once in a lifetime feeling. So make it you. Stand in your shit. Don't question who you are when you know who you are. Because if you question it, it's not really who you are, is it? That's all I'm saying. So yeah, stand in that. Stand in that. I love that. I love knowing people who are fully invested and fully knowledgeable of who they are. So yeah, back to that quote. The little things you think go unnoticed are often the very things that make you unforgettable. Continue being unforgettable. Thank y'all for tuning in. I told y'all I wasn't gonna hold y'all too long today. I just wanted to come in and drop some little pieces for y'all. And I've done that. So y'all have a great evening. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I will see y'all next Wednesday. Y'all, we got that 1 year and we got that 7-year anniversary coming up in April. It's going to be a live show, y'all. I'm be telling y'all about tickets soon, but we have a live show. It's gonna be in Tally. It's gonna be in Tallahassee. I gotta do it in my hometown because that's what it is for me. That's where it is. That's where it all started. But 7 years, y'all. That's the year of completion. I've been invested in Shelby's World Live for 7 years. This is 7 years. But in April will be the actual live anniversary show. I cannot wait to share the information with y'all and to let y'all know where y'all can grab y'all tickets, where y'all can come show up, come and be a support, come be there live in the audience, come listen to everything, come get the mic, tell me how you feel. It's going down. I can't wait to share it with y'all. See y'all next week. Have a great evening. Peace.
6:30 p.m. Eastern. Shelby's World Live taking off. Questions will be answered cause the queen get it off. Unity is for the black and brown community. Conversation without scrutiny. Hey, we speak from a place of power, no coward. We just making sure the truth isn't overpowered. Black goddess, black queen, no in between. Radio podcast to the big screen. Her style is everything, can light up a room. She say what she means, that's why we're in tune. Grown woman handles her biz like it is. Discipline, a role model for the kids. Nothing was given, everything she earned. She sat back and learned, and now it's her turn. So stop on by, comment, subscribe. Each and every Wednesday, SW Live.